Welcome to the Filthy Badge series,
Police officers take an oath to protect and serve,
where we go precinct to precinct finding the dirtiest cops.
Deli joined the force in 2015, but tonight he's in jail charged with rape.
Some officers across the country are misusing that authority.
And now, the accused.
The Highway Patrol trooper's arrest, charged today with raping a woman following a traffic stop. And this case dates all the way back to January.
News 4 is looking over the new court documents, and we should warn you, some details are graphic.
An Oklahoma state trooper allegedly giving a woman an ultimatum when he pulled her over here in South Oklahoma City back in January. She could either go to jail or have sex with him. The details in the arrest affidavit for Oklahoma Highway Patrol Trooper Jarquez Evans are disturbing. Investigators say it all started when Evans pulled over a woman for an expired tag near Southeast 29th and High Avenue just before 10 p.m. on January 26th. The affidavit says Evans' body cam and patrol car dash cam were rolling as he walked up to the woman's car, the woman allegedly telling Evans she had an illegal drug pipe inside. Evans ordered her to get out and searched her pockets before then searching inside her car, where he found a sex toy in her purse. Investigators say he brought it up to the woman, saying, "Mine is bigger," then telling her he wouldn't take her to jail for having the pipe if she would just have sex with him. The woman later told investigators with the Oklahoma City Police Department that she agreed, and the two drove to a nearby parking lot where Evans got in her passenger seat and had sex with her. The affidavit says she even asked Evans if she would be charged with prostitution for having sex with him, to which he said no, and that he'd taken off his body camera and microphone. Investigators say Evans later bragged to a friend about what happened, but told them the woman is who proposed having sex. OKCPD investigators sent Evans' uniform pants to OSBI's crime lab, where tests on them found a fluid stain matching Evans' DNA profile and another likely matching the woman's profile. Evans was booked into the Oklahoma County Jail Friday on charges of rape and forcible sodomy. In Oklahoma City, Spencer Humphrey, Oklahoma's News 4.
We reached out to the Oklahoma Highway Patrol hoping to ask them some questions about this. A spokesperson would only confirm Evans had been arrested and is currently on administrative leave. They did not tell us how long he's been on leave and if it is paid or unpaid. We'll keep asking.
You can only be a sexual deviant for so long before they catch up with you. And I'm glad they caught this joker. Do you know how many women probably was subjected to this? And next up.
Evening prosecutor described a disturbing fetish in crimes, prompting a grand jury to indict a Las Vegas Metro Police Sergeant for a third time.
We just watched Las Vegas Metro Police Sergeant Kevin Menon turn himself in jail here after a judge issued a warrant. In this third criminal case, prosecutors say he installed cameras in his private bathroom to watch his wife and sister-in-law use the toilet.
The thing that we discovered was that one of the things that Kevin Menon has a fetish for is pornography involving peeing and urination.
Prosecutor Chris Hamner says this is Kevin Menon installing cameras in his home bathroom.
You'd be able to see the toilet, and then 2 days later, Kevin Menon installs a second hidden camera and a second vent inside that same bathroom.
He describes 96 recordings, prompting a grand jury to indict Menon on 28 counts of capturing an image of the private area of another person.
These women have no clue that they are being recorded.
Hamner says Menon is caught on camera installing the videos here in September. That's while he was out on bail in his first case, where he's accused of abusing his power as a Metro Police Sergeant by creating fake scenarios to make arrests on the Las Vegas Strip. As a result of that investigation, police say they found numerous images of child sexual abuse material on Menon's devices. He was rearrested and then posted bail. On Friday, Hamner asks Clark County District Court Chief Judge Jerry Weiss to set a bail for $1 million cash.
He's turned to satisfy his addiction by victimizing the people who love him most. And there is absolutely no way at this point that the state and the court and Metro can monitor him to keep the community safe.
Weiss sets bail at $56,000 and says the new charges don't seem as serious as the alleged crimes in Menon's first two cases.
It seems hard for me to give you $1 million bail on these charges.
Hamner continues to try to sound the alarm.
We don't know what else to do to stop the crimes from happening.
Weiss stands by his decision, just like Menon's wife appears to stand by her husband. The 8 News Now investigators see them leave their North Las Vegas home to go to his attorney Robert Draskovich's office. They say goodbye before Menon heads to jail again.
Did you install cameras in your private bathroom to watch your family members go to the bathroom?
I don't have a comment on that, ma'am.
I saw the video myself of you installing the cameras.
The evidence in this case, which prosecutors again describe as video clips of the victims using the bathroom, is sealed.
Now, in court documents, Menon alleges that he tried to report racism within the Metro Police Department and believes that he is now being retaliated against.
So let's get this straight. So the judge gives this guy a low burn and say that he's not a danger after all this bullcrap that we see that he's doing. And then his wife stays with him. So that means his wife probably knew what was going on. And then when you get arrested, the first thing you say, hey, they retaliating against me because I reported racism. And even if they was being racist, how in the hell could you justify doing this? Next story.
We begin tonight with a Detroit police officer charged after an alert dad took action to stop a man he says was trying to prey on his 12-year-old daughter.
That the girl's father gave investigators what's been described as sexually explicit text messages.
Police in Warren are leading the investigation and have released the suspect's mugshot because they are trying to determine if there are any other victims out there.
A Detroit cop is behind bars tonight, accused of accosting a 12-year-old girl. That officer romantically involved with the victim's mother. Now Officer Earl Anderson could lose his badge and his freedom. He was charged with accosting a child for immoral purposes, a 4-year felony on Tuesday, after allegedly sending several improper text messages to his girlfriend's daughter. 7 News Detroit does not typically broadcast booking photos, but police are investigating the possibility there may be more victims.
The messages that are observed between Mr. Anderson and this 12-year-old child are inappropriate. They are sexualized in nature.
Warren Police Detective John Tallow says the investigation began in February with the victim's father discovering and coming forward with the text messages. Anderson's neighbors are stunned.
It's scary because I have 2 daughters that live next door.
I got me a 14-year-old. I couldn't believe it. I don't know what I would do if I would find out something like that.
We want the community to know, to have your parents, to make sure the parents are monitoring, okay? Make sure that they're looking at their children's social media accounts, text messages, internet searches. These areas are where people like this tend to try to prey on children to gain access to them.
Warren Police says its investigation is not over. DPD is conducting an internal affairs investigation.
Once we learned that the charges were issued yesterday, we immediately suspended him.
Detroit Police Chief Todd Bettison will recommend the Board of Police Commissioners suspend the 2-year veteran without pay. Anderson could also lose his badge.
We have a very high standard of conduct, and he, from what I've read in these messages, has tarnished our appearance, and he in no way represents the vast majority of Detroit police.
Anyone with information about the case or others involving Anderson is asked to call Warren PD. Earl Anderson is locked up on a $200,000 cash bond. If he gets out, he'll have to wear a GPS tether. He cannot have any contact with the victim or anyone under the age of 17 for that matter. He's due back in court in 2 weeks.
Randy, thank you. And of course, keeping kids safe should be a top priority for everyone. And so I looked over guidance from Michigan State University. Here's what I found. As parents, they say do your research about which apps your kids are using and put in place privacy settings. Also, have regular conversations about texting and safety, and remind your children anything they send out is permanent. Also, keep open communication about what is being shared and with whom.
This guy's the worst kind of predator. He was with this girl's mom. He was with this little 12-year-old girl's mom. and was really looking at the teen daughter, the preteen daughter. She was 12. Man, this joker should be locked away and never get out of jail. This guy, I guarantee you, he's done sexually assaulted a bunch of little children. You know the type. Hey, I'm going to help this troubled teen. Or, hey, I'm going to take the kids out to pizza. Hey, I'm going to do this and that with the kids. And really, these jokers really be having their eyes on the babies. And these kind of predators get to hide behind the badge. That is very, very, very scary. Let's be glad that this one joker is out the force. But we got so many more to go. Next story.
A local police department fires an officer following his arrest on child pornography charges.
Police arrested 38-year-old Alexander Stachura on Monday, and tonight he's facing 6 felony charges.
He was a Meridian Township police officer but was fired right after being formally charged.
News obtained this court document that gives more details into the alleged crimes, and the documents show that Stachura's wife is the one who turned him in. Former Meridian Township police officer Alexander Stachura faces 3 counts of possessing child sexually abusive material and 3 counts of using a computer to commit a crime. Meridian Township police say they put Stachura on paid leave in October when the Michigan State Police let the department know they were investigating him criminally.
Took away his access to all township buildings, equipment, and computer devices.
Stachura, who state police say is from Williamston, had been with the Meridian Township Police Department for less than a year, so he was considered a probationary officer. But this wasn't his first time working at the department.
He took a personal leave several years ago, and under his current round of employment, he started in March of 2024.
Court documents show MSP's investigation began in October when Stachura's wife told troopers that she believed she found child porn on a flash drive belonging to her husband. The documents say that investigators were able to confirm with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children that the images in question did include a teenage girl having sex, and the documents show officials found the same images on Stachura's phone. Stachura is accused of accessing the child pornography back in October of 2022. He was ultimately arrested December 9th and then fired the next day.
We respect the criminal justice system and the innocence until proven guilty that we have in the United States, but given the long-term leave that would be necessary to defend himself in this case and our personnel issues in the police department that we're just getting over, we were unable to maintain his probationary employment.
The Michigan State Police say if Stachura is convicted, he faces up to 4 years in prison for each count of child sexually abusive material. His next court appearance is a probable cause hearing set for next week. State police say after the hearing, they will give more information. Back to you.
And that completes this episode of the Filthy Badge series. Here we gave you full wolf in sheep's clothing. Make sure you guys keep an outlook for guys like this. They could be anybody. They can be in your family. They can be your local police. They can be the preacher. They could be your mom and dad, significant others, like in some cases that we have on here tonight. Until next time, I'm your host, Gracious Marlowe. Take care of yourself, and especially your children. Thank you for watching Prime Crime Network, your source for urban and suburban and around the world news. Hit the subscribe, like, and the notification bell